Hey there! This video is in response to a comment about GSP. I'm going to tell you everything that I've learned about GSP so far, and mostly how it's affecting my account. I'm just going to show you, okay? So you have a concept of things, right? So, see this note? International sale, domestic, 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 international, domestic, domestic, international, 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 international. This is a recurring thing. You see all these international sales? This yellow kind of bar, I know you can't see the text very well, but this yellow bar here, that indicates an international sale. There's a lot of them. You know, obviously sometimes all of these were domestic, but then if we scroll down more, there's a one point where I got like 7 international orders in a row. I don't know. Oh, look at that. That's 3 in a row. 3 more, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Look at all these. So it's worth your time. It brings you more sales. And the thing that I like about international sales is that they almost never return the item. There's only a couple situations. Like, all right, I'm going to show you my closed return cases. We're looking at 50 closed returns, okay? So a closed return means that either like the buyer closed the return or I fully refunded them, or a return was I either fully refunded or something happened, but most of the time I gave a full refund, right? This was an international item where I sent the wrong one. Okay, so that's 1. This was an international item that arrived damaged, so eBay fully refunded them and I didn't lose any money. This was an international item that was defective, so it actually got returned. I got lucky on this because I just refunded the dude, and then he sent me the item. He paid like $20 to send it to me from Greece. So that was cool because I didn't have to reimburse him or anything. Because if you give a full refund, like I'm not expecting them to return it. I just take a loss in that scenario because it's a GSP sale that was defective. If it's broken, eBay fixes it. But if it's defective or the wrong item, then it's on you, right? But look at how often that actually happens, right? We've had 3 so far. That's it. So out of 50 return cases, only 3 of them were international. I really encourage you to do GSP because it really is, all that you have to do is get the item to Kentucky. If something happens there, if it fails to get through customs, if it's too heavy, yada yada, you're never just going to have to like refund the whole thing unless it arrives at the buyer's location and it was the wrong item or it doesn't work. Those are the only situations where you have to refund the sale. Most of the time, when it gets to customs at GSP, if it gets rejected there, they actually just refund you. Because in their heads, they should have known, and the listing should have been flagged in the first place, I guess. But like, sometimes they'll send it back to you, but a lot of the time, the transaction just gets canceled at that point. But you don't lose the money; they give it back to you. You really do not have much to worry about with GSP. I really encourage you to do it because it's going to give you less issues than you expect. Obviously, occasionally there are going to be some times where you're going to have to front money, you know, because you're just going to have to accept that you just lost that whole sale. But that's part of it, and it's going to bring you so much more business that is going to be worth it. I really, really encourage you to think that way. So what else can I tell you about GSP? There's really not that much to it because, like, yeah, it's international and that sounds scary, but they deal with all of that. You just have to ship it to Kentucky. So let's show you guys what the label looks like. It's super easy. We're going to look at our sales record here. And then I can show you all this information, actually, because it isn't sweet. All right. So this number right here and the name are the only thing that's going to change, right? So actually, let's show you as an example. Here we go. We're going to open. Oh no, that's a domestic sale. What about this? This is an international sale. So is this. Sales record. So is this. Here we go. We're going to look at these 3 separate eBay GSP orders, right? So this one is to Karsten Steamer. It's got this. This one is, oh, that's not international. Why did I think it was international? What? It says international sale on it. What's going on here? What's this about? What? Okay, that's really weird. Why is it giving me a Florida address? That says international sale. Why did it tag it as an international sale? That's not an international sale. Okay, that's unusual. I've never seen that before. We're just going to skip that one, right? Yeah, we're going to skip that one and go down to this one. Here we go. This is international. Cool. So as you can see, the address itself, this part here, doesn't change. It's identical for all three of these separate orders. The part that changes is the buyer's address, see? And then also this number here. When eBay gets your package, you just send it to this address in Kentucky. They then look at this reference number, or they look at the tracking number that you uploaded to the sale, and then they know what the buyer's actual address is. I could see it by clicking this link right here, but I never actually ever need to look at that. And if anything happens after Kentucky and the buyer messages you, just message them, be like, hey, please call eBay. Woo! Because there's not really anything you can do about it. It's like, there's really, I wanna provide more content and up-to-date stuff about GSP, but like GSP is great. It's just like so much about dropshipping. You gotta realize that people talk about something. Like there's so much hearsay and so much like, oh, this is just gonna create these problems and buyers are gonna care about the invoice, and there's like people have all of these paranoias that literally stop them from even becoming competitors in the first place. So once you learn to let go of all of that, you have a huge edge on people. As long as you just stick in the game, it's gonna be fine. Because most people will give up, and most people will let the paranoia get to them. Most people won't stick with it. So all that you have to do to be successful is just stick with it and not get paranoid. Keep it interesting and find ways to enjoy it. Because if you can enjoy something, that is the trick to getting good at it. Because people who don't enjoy it, they lose interest. If you enjoy it, you have fun, you keep coming back for more, regularity, success. Bye-bye.